My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Blueprints. Since the end of the last episode, I have taken the opportunity to go back and collate, reorganize, and reformat all of my previous notes, and I also took the opportunity to fill out those notes with a little bit of detail that I had otherwise not recorded from previous days, by going through my footage for previous days and recording down details that seemed now relevant. In doing so, I believe I've discovered a little bit about the identity of Marion Marigold. So we already knew that Marion Marigold was going under the writer name Marion Marigold in order to try and remove her from the associations of the Sinclair family. We know that her name was Mary Matthew Jones at that point in time. However, I believe her name before that was Mary Epson before she married. This is according to information that we have in the family tree in the root cellar, as well as the fact that Marion is referred to as the niece of Herbert S. Sinclair, which would position her exactly at the stem, the trunk, rather, of that family tree as Mary Epson. I can't fully confirm that yet, but that is what I suspect to be the case. And then, secondly, something that had escaped me up until this point, she's our mom. Yeah, I totally didn't know that. Whoops. As it turns out, recording notes in a format that you have the ability to actually look back at and understand is important. Now that I've done that, I think it's time to make our way about day 7. I'll pick up my allowance of 3. Open only in the event of death. Yes, yes. This, of course, from Herbert S. Sinclair. All right. Head outside, I think. First thing we always tend to want to do so that we can set up the outside room, see if we can get any benefits from that. Especially, we haven't gotten the special tool shed offered to us since day 1. And getting 2 tools before we start the mission seems pretty good to me. There's the tool shed again. Trading post, items for trade, and root cellar. Rooms in your house are more likely to contain dig spots today. I'm going to take the tool shed just so that I can try and have a shovel, because it doesn't matter if I have dig spots if I don't have shovel. Boom, shovel get. An old weathered shovel. Looks like it could be useful for digging. As well as a old weathered sledgehammer. Looks like it could be useful for digging. Or knocking the locks off of old trunks. Those seem like 2 particularly good, rather, is what I skipped over there. Particularly good pieces of equipment to have before going into a new run. Alright. Let's get about it. Head out to the left. Corridor's always left unlocked. Ooh, bedroom that we would go through a couple of times. Possibly. Gain some additional steps. I don't dislike bedroom. Corridor always left unlocked. I kind of want to leave corridor until later because later ranks are more likely to be left locked. So corridor would be unlocked at that point in time. So I'll take bedroom here. Like it's never going to be locked this early in the dungeon. The dungeon. That's just using the terminology from other roguelikes across here. But it's seldom going to be relevant this early in the manner. This looks like a stock standard bedroom. I'm not seeing any additional tokens. Nothing of the sort. Just being a little cautious about this because sometimes there's just like a single key or maybe a coin just hidden about. No? Alright. I don't have a metal detector, so I can't move confidently through rooms like that. Corridor, security, and pantry. Unfortunately, we can't draft security. I'll take pantry, though. What are the odds that I get led directly into a wall by all 3 of our drafts after the point? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Okay, the ordering of bananas, etc. Oh, maybe I should have left that there, because we now know that we might spawn the laboratory, in which case we would have the ability to set up possibly an experiment of every time you eat an apple, get another allowance, which is what we did yesterday. Den, closet, and guest bedroom. It's absolutely going to be den. Gives us the ability to access all of the different directions here. Perfect. Little gem in the center of this room. Yeah, this thing. I've got this tracked down in my notes. I just don't really know what its relevance is right now. Why E? Why E there? Nothing else in this room that I need to pay immediate attention to. Nook, parlor, or kitchen. I mean, I don't really want it to be kitchen. Because kitchen is a space you want to come back to after you've gone to the 8th rank, because then free food is available there. Actually, no, I'm thinking of the dining room. I'm not thinking of the kitchen, am I? Either which way, I think I will take parlor for the opportunity to pick up a couple of early gems. The gems are in the false box. The gems are in the false box. Only one of the other boxes is false. Okay, so there'll only be one read of these that is successful, that, like, maintains the truth and lie rules that are set up. Oh! Got to get the wind-up key. The truth and lie circumstances that are set up in M. Lari's letter. So let's just assume. Assuming this is true, then this would also be true. They are the same statement. Then the final one would be false, which means the other two could both be true. That is a possible and valid solution. If this was false, this has to be false as well, because they are the same statement, in which case this can't be true, because only one of the other boxes is false is not possible. Both of these are the same statement. So it's the first interpretation, it's the black box. Thank you. And just a quick check to see if there's any additional keys or anything hanging about in this room. No, not at all. All right, I'll make my way out through the other direction of the den. Patio. Unfortunately, I don't have any green rooms. West Wing Hall I do like here. Opens up a lot of new directions for us. Yes. June 15th, 1983. Shortly after the passing of Lady Clara Epson. Who I believe is our main character's grandmother. The mother of Marion, or rather Mary, Matthew Jones. Sure. Let's head out this way. Hallway that's blocked. No security. I mean, I don't dislike having access to security. I am kind of tied to the corridor here. Just because I really don't want to waste 3 sides that both of the others offer. Featureless as always. Oh, hello. Freezer. This is time-based. Freeze your accounts. Money and gem amounts will not reset at the end of the day, and they cannot be adjusted or used until tomorrow. Interesting. I'm not super keen on doing that right now. That seems like something you draft towards the end of your run when you're like, nah, I mean, I'm not going to have time to spend these. I have time to possibly spend these right now. Let's get the observatory. I'm still looking to advance this as much as possible. So now we're up to the Diamondus Minor. Giving us 1 additional gem right now. I don't think... Yeah, 1 additional gem. It's got to be only the 1 additional. Because I don't think that the previous days' constellations still add their effect to you, unfortunately. Richard Witts. Alright. I think we know about everything we need to know from here at the moment. Interesting. Interesting. There's a horse in this room. I've noticed a pawn in another room. I believe I should start noting these down. Boo, 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 boo. All right, let me get a new page on my book for chess symbols and the rooms they are found in. So there is a knight in the observatory. Excellent. Moving onwards. I think there's a couple of rooms previous that also have things in them. Maybe the corridor had something in it. I know the den, I believe, had a pawn in it. Courtyard. Spare room probably actually fits here perfectly. There's also chapel with an exit on a side that I don't have an exit. That's not bad. Let's take the spare room, though. Truly nothing going on in here. Let me tear this strip down, and behind it, there is a full confession. Who's confessing to what? I don't know. Maybe Mary Matthew Jones to a bombing? I'm still not certain about that. The RLCF, or the Children of Blackwater, are implicated. We'll see what that means in the future. For the moment, though, what if we popped a security down here early? View inventory of all items currently in the house. It's pretty much the exact same as a hallway right now. Yeah. Give me security. Make him. Ah, there's another knight here in the security room. Excellent. Also, in transcribing these, blue memos true, red memos lie. This doesn't say the text. It just, like, it's not blue writing. It's blue memos. Which makes a lot more sense when you see that there is a blue and a red memo here. So the blue one is true. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate, likely as a redundant security measure. Likewise, normal doors in the estate are more likely to be locked as you progress north. And then this one is false, which is why I couldn't understand why this was written. It's red, it's false. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked, and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. So it is locked, and they are required to grant entry. Anything else I need to do here at the moment? Not that I can necessarily see. Yeah, staff notice there. Yes, we've seen that. Does the security console give me the ability to look at all of the things? Yes. View estate inventory, please. That makes total sense. 0 of all. Now, I don't need to... Wait. Can I solve the keycard system? Keycard system is currently operational. But if I set security to high... and then the offline mode to unlocked... as soon as I get the breaker switch, I can just push my way through all of the keycards. Return to the security menu. Exit. We're fine. 2 additional directions to head out here. Let's go into the corner first. Closet, commissary, and storeroom. Yeah, pretty great items to have down here in the corner. I'm going to take the closet while it's on offer again because items are good. Especially earlier on in the run. Yeah. An individual key and then a key card that I don't need? Not really what I was looking for. I'm gonna go tell this computer that keycards should... Actually, yeah, no, everything can stay the way it is. It's fine that there's a high level of security further up and that they're gonna require a keycard constantly because I do have the keycard. Ooh, hallway's not correctly aimed here, unfortunately. Same with the chapel. Same with the nook. Woof. Boy, I'm gonna hit up the chapel, I think. Yeah, just get through it. Oh, it's actually a windfall for us. Oh, any chests? Yeah, bishop. That makes sense. Bishop in the chapel. I'm far beyond thinking that the chess pieces aren't relevant now. They will be. Bunk room counts as 2 rooms, commissary, and woof. This is really bad. These all terminate. I'm gonna have to go back the other direction and head out the West Wing Hall. Bunk room, this counts as 2 bedrooms. Nah, let's hit up the storeroom. 1 coin here. Key here, gem here, check out Swimbird. Perfect. You have to make sure you do that before you leave. Alright, all's good. I'll lose 1 more coin through heading through the chapel for the final time. And then make our way back out to 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, it's same either way. I should now start considering step regeneration a little more highly than I had previously. Garage. Yeah, you've got a gem requirement, but I can't go through you. Dining room. Each day, a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 is reached. You know what? Yes. Let's just get this unlocked. I'll deal with coming back to it when I need to. Okay. Not seeing any chess pieces in this room. I'm gonna assume the chess pieces won't be hidden from me. They'll just kind of be obvious. It's, oh. Well, never mind. Well, never mind. Also, am I supposed to be recording colors of these chess pieces? Because this appears to be a gold one. This is a pawn. Gold. And it is in the dining room. Alright, let's... Ooh, door's locked, sure. Let's try and head north. Ooh, courtyard, yes! Oh, I love a good courtyard here. You got a diggable room and you even got a smashable lock. I'll smash the lock and get 2 ivory keys as well as 4 gold. Sorry, 2 ivory dice as well as 4 gold for re-rolling drafts. We'll dig up a nail. Not worth picking up. It might not be worth picking up, but it seems like it would be worth trading, maybe. Ooh, second dig spot. And this one's just an ordinary key. I need to draft more green rooms so that when I get the green room that spreads things to all other green rooms, I can actually use it. There's the laboratory, experimental house features. You want to get that earlier rather than later so that we can try and use the experiments if they're relevant at all. That's also another red memo around the corner I can just see there. Let's set up the experiment first. Continue with the experiment. When you draft a red room, lose 5 steps then. Whenever you draft a shop room, or the next 3 times you open a locked trunk, and we can either get a gem, gold, or key selected randomly, lose 10 steps and gain 20 gold, or add 3 aquariums to today's draft pool. Aquariums are good. because they have 3 exits. They're also a location of every color. I don't want to lose additional steps. That feels like the worst option for me here. Let's go the next 3 times we open a locked trunk. We add 3 aquariums to today's draft pool. Hang on, I should also very quickly check. Are aquariums free to draft? Which of these is the button that lets me look at all the rooms? I know one of you does. Eh? How do I look at the rooms? Room directory. There we go. I guess it counts as a red room and a green room. It counts as a lot of rooms. Where is the... Ah, there we are. Aquarium. It does have a gem cost. Its gem cost is 1. Alas. Let's resume a D7. Effective immediately. Electronic mail can only be accessed via the security terminal. So it can be accessed in other locations, is what we've learned there. Oh. No. It's not a memo. Just a note. Yes, Kimberly Thompson. I don't think there's anything collectible just hanging out in this room. Perfect. Continue heading. Aha. Thankfully, I have a security keycard. Ooh, hallway. Hallway opening in multiple directions. I do like that. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. Okay, doors in the West Wing are never locked or are unlikely to be locked. I see your game. Boudoir, guest bedroom, and bunk room. I gotta take boudoir if I want to not terminate this path, so that's what I'm gonna be taking. Wait, have I been looking for chess pieces in the previous rooms? Oops. I believe the answer to that one to be no. Was there ever a chess piece in this room? Is that what this image is trying to tell me? That there was a specific chess piece? Didn't immediately spot one. I couldn't possibly just guess a 4-digit combination there and be correct. I'm just not that lucky. Yeah, this always feels like a blank room, and here it most certainly is. Passageway. It requires more gems than I have. No! Dark room, you cannot see floor plans while drafting in this room. Discover less common floor plans while drafting in the library. Sure. That'll also lead us to rank 8 as well. Last time... Oh! Oh! What the heck just happened there? Weird. I checked this out. We checked out Swimbird. This is why it's here. This is the second release. Well, not second release. This is the second release from Marion Marigold that won a Herald Literary Award. The first release being the Red Prince. Ruffington Red Publishing. This was in 1985. I should track that down. And we'll also have a look at the folk who've checked this out. Oh! We just got confirmation on what day, or what year it is. Wait, we already knew it was 93 for another reason, didn't we? Whatever, it confirms that it's 1993 for us here. This was taken out in the 2nd of July, 1985 by Urban S. St. Clair, and then by Mrs. Peterson a number of times thereafter, by Simon in 85, that would probably be us if I had to guess. Mrs. Peterson, Ann Babbage, Detective Bon Margle. Interesting. Detective Bon Margle. Took out this book in March 2nd, 1987. Checked out Swimbird. I wonder if that means that the investigating officers believed that they could possibly find clues as to Marion's disappearance. Yeah, because she disappeared in 1987, specifically February 21st, 1987 is where she was reported disappearing after getting into a carriage late 3:45 p.m. on Friday. Yeah, I took notes, y'all. Okay. Interesting. Let's see what the book has to say about itself. Swimbird by Marion Marigold, Ruffington Red Publishing, 1985. Interesting. We knew that it was called Ruffington Publishing, but not that it was specifically called Ruffington Red Publishing. I am a dare bird, a daring and brave bird, diving so deep bird, a ride on the wave bird. There is not a dare I wouldn't do. There is not a depth I wouldn't dive to. However, my friends are not very open to the idea that I like the sky less than the ocean. Bird in the sky, not in the sea. That is what they say when looking at me. You are not a seabird. You are not a swim bird. If you are a friend bird, fly in the wind, bird. And shouldn't you always listen to your friends? For they know me best, or so they pretend. So I dare not dive, and I dare not swim, and I dare not step foot in the ocean again, and I dare not smile, and I dare not laugh, for they'll do it for me on my behalf. And I dare not dream, I dare not speak, for maybe my friends won't like the real me. And I will say goodbye to my dreams in the sea, and wonder why daring feels just like defeat. The fact that we know that Marion Marigold changed her name to avoid political associations, the fact that the first book is about a red prince who is so self-enamored with the color and concept of red, often red as a stand-in for royalty as well, that they are shut off to other experiences. And this is someone who's wearing a swimsuit, but the swimsuit has a striped pattern that's very evocative of a prison, and is being censored by their friends. They had a dream, which has since been crushed. I don't know. There's some readings in here, is what I'm saying. Glad to have found this room again. Now, last time I came here, I found a treasure map. I would love to find something similar again. Although I do believe the treasure map in the first place was immediately on that front desk. Manually records. Anything over or through. And yeah, nothing. All good. Better to be thorough than wish that I had been. All right. Let's take the left out of here. Conference room. Whenever rooms would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. I think that's exactly the kind of room I want to draft right now. Also, dinner is now served. Spreading items. Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout the house. When they are spread, they're immediately placed on several of the rooms currently in your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items are gathered in that room instead. So we're looking to draft things that try and spread their items everywhere. Oh, hello! You are written! safe code 9083, but you are a lie. So what? So that's a dangerous code then. Safe code is 9083. Sorry. Gotta get a different pen for this one. 9083. And that's also a red memo, so it's a lie. Okay. Y'all, there are exactly 10,000 numbers it could be, and we just ruled out one of them. Hell yeah, we're getting there. Reminder, after meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. Interesting. And it does look like the rest of these notes have been procured. Yeah, none of those are written. Again, no chess piece in this room. Perhaps the chess pieces are only in earlier rooms. We also have a keycard locked room, which is quite handy because I have a keycard. There's Nook, as well as mailroom. Package be delivered here. The pool adds locker room, sauna, and pump room in today's draft pool. Yeah. I haven't done that yet. New room. Big portrait of a crown. And of a crow. Drafting pool rules. The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft, 3 random floor plans are shown to you from the draft pool to select from. The odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. Floor plans added to the draft pool are removed at the end of the day, unless otherwise stated, and no running, obviously. Alright. I'll proceed into the pool. Okay, yeah, so this is intentionally featureless. It doesn't need to have features. It already completed its features, which was adding the things that I have now. Oh boy. Drawing room, walk-in, and guest bedroom. Unfortunately, I have no gems, so I have to select the guest bedroom. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to select something just there yet. Oh, we got a gem for it, thankfully. As well as this letter from KL. Still not entirely certain who KL in this instance is. That said, 10 additional steps. Oh, hello. So previously we had tracked the location of an E on our map, and now there is a T. I think I also saw an X at some point, which I actually don't appear to have recorded a note on. How the heck did I? Oh no, it was at 2-6 is where X was. So this is at 5-8. So exit seems the clear word that they're going to spell. And this is at grid coordinate 5-8. That's 5 across, 8 up. Or maybe it's just the abbreviated word extension. Thinking it's more likely it's exit, to be honest. Oh, yep. Another pawn in the bedroom. Just gonna need a second here. Pawn. The fact that the other pawn is also gold makes me believe that's not relevant. This is not boudoir, this is guest bedroom, though. Perfect. Okay, so thankfully the other conference room still has the ability to access the antechamber, but if I had to guess, not really going to be relevant for us, let's be honest. Yep. Alright, I need more keys. I mean, look. I'd be daft not to try it, at least. So it was 9083, I believe. Well, that did exactly what I expected. Is it... So... If you tell me that the code is 9083 and then you tell me that's a lie, I now know exactly 1 out of, as we mentioned before, 10,000 different codes that it isn't. However, maybe that lie is also supposed to tell us information, in which case maybe we can take as a given that the digits are 8, 3, 9, and 0. In which case there's not too many ways to reorder that. Like 0983 3980. I mean, like, I'm not gonna like test each and every one of them, but like, you know what? What about 1983? Because there's 8, 9, and 3 involved. And 1983 is the date when... Actually, a number of things happened in 1983. I believe Caleb Manning's arrest... No. That was on 1986. It is in 1983 that Marion Marigold went missing. No, that's 1987. What did happen? Oh, Lady Clara Epson. Yes. Died in 1983. Turn, spin. Okay, so it's not enter and then you have to go out and then work the wheel or anything like that. No? All right. We gave it a go. Let's head back down through this hallway. Hell yeah, locker room! Spreads keys throughout the house. Or, perhaps, it will spread them throughout the conference room? Oh, this locker is locked. Oh, there's a bunch of lockers and they're all locked. I can come back with keys and open them. Unfortunate both of those are empty. Yeah, all right, I'm going to the conference room. I'm coming back with keys. We'll also open this. Oh, sauna. Tomorrow you'll start the day with 20 extra steps. You know what? Yeah. That sounds great to me. Oh, there's even a gem in the sauna place. The steam place? A fireplace contains fire, so steam place? Can't see anything extra to pay attention to, especially in this room. Let's head out. All right, let's go back to the conference room. Should I go to the dining room before the conference room? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to be opening a bunch of stuff. 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope, I go to the conference room first. I'd just be wasting steps to go back and forth between the two. Oh, hell yes. Give me access to everything. Oh, I thought all of the places were gonna have a key on them. Nope, just a lot of them. 7 keys? Can I make do with just 7 keys? I believe so. Billiard room, nook, and dark room. I mean, dark room does have the ability to draft in a direction I'm currently not able to draft in, but also the billiard room have a puzzle, and I can solve the puzzle. I can very easy solve the puzzle. Quick check to make sure there's not a pesky piece of chess paraphernalia hanging out, hiding in this room. Nothing even behind the bar. Dang. Alrighty then. 6? Well, that adds up to 6, actually, as it turns out. Now, 6 times 5... Sorry, 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 4 is 12. Divided by 2 is 6 again. 11 minus 1 is 10. Times 2 is 20. Divided by 4 is 5. Takes us to... up there. Another couple of keys. I mean, it's definitely worth having drafted this room. It's definitely worth the steps to have gotten here. Heading back out again. We're looking to get back down to the dining room, but I think we can get back to the locker room first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, absolutely. Five coins. Very generous of you. Oh my god, 2 gems. Wow, now I kind of want the freezer to turn up. I didn't know I was going to have a windfall like this. Good lord. Where is the rumored room 46? Yes. I have seen that is a sigil that I believe is on a picture of Mary Matthew Jones. That little half sigil there. So someone's come through and corrected a lot of this information with a red pen. But remember, red handwritten things are not necessarily false. Okay, so there is a connection to that crescent and room 46. Where is the rumored room 46? Crescent half moon connection? Possible, slashed out, theorized locations. Number 1, north of the antechamber. Number 2, below the foundation, which is struck out. Number 3, full house of 45 rooms plus back room? Bunk room? Something like that. I'm not entirely certain. It looks like it might say bunk room. 4, secret door in the tomb. And 5 doesn't exist. It's a red herring. I am leaning towards this. And then someone says grotto, just to add some additional information, and then a picture of a fish. All right, I've taken the time to pause and write that detail down. Also got, interesting, 2 jugs atop it. I don't know if this is necessarily relevant, but the last time we saw 2 jugs atop something was in the car, specifically in the boot of the car, and the driver of that car is Christoph. A top note. Jugs a top note. And then just Christoph question mark. Perfect. Let's check some more. This is too many keys. Somebody stop me. Wow. Okay, there's 3 more, 2 more, 3 more. Yeah, look, I realistically can't spend all of my keys here. We got a lot of stuff. If I get a bunch more keys, maybe I'll come back. But for the moment, let's go to the dining room. I hear dinner's up. Ooh, is that a T-bone steak? It is not. It is a porterhouse. I could have sworn that's a T right there, but never mind. A delightfully expensive steak cut. Bone in and extra marbled for maximum tenderness. A perfect dish for those who love extravagance. Plus 20 steps and an additional 10 if you have a showroom in your house. Look, I could not yet right now. A showroom. I'm gonna not yet right now and see if I can place a showroom.
The foundation does not reset every day.
I mean, there's also the utility closet for the breaker box. Not bad, but I'm not gonna get the garage and we're not gonna be going out left, so. The foundation does not reset every day. I've never seen that. Acid Way, you basically have the same exits. You're missing one exit versus the foundation. That looks like that's going to go down further. Okay, maybe I should eat. I'd love an additional 10 steps on top of the 20 I'm going to be getting from this, but I'm not going to cause myself too many issues here. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Yum, yum, yum. Let's move on. To the foundation. Oh, dig pile. A rather dirty coin. Dig pile number 2. What appears to be a broken lever could be powerful. Ah. And I can't just, like, jump? No, I can't just leap of faith? Trust that I'll be fine? Probably a good idea, then. Well. Aha! I've seen you. I've spotted you. How'd I get you to descend, I wonder? So far, I can't really see another active piece of that mechanism. Just blends into the wall and then stops. So I feel like I have to get access to lowering that from somewhere else. Yep. Seems to be the case. Oh, gymnasium. I mean, I don't want to lock myself off, so I'm not going to get the nook here. Because that actually would... there's another direction I could leave through the pool. If I really wanted to, but that would otherwise block our progress, so... the Seum. Something nothing too interesting going on in here. Pump room. Control water flow throughout the estate. That would give me the ability to draw back the water in the pool. Maybe then go back to the pool afterwards and actually enter the pool. Interesting. I don't have a greenhouse. I mean, I could flood the kitchen, it looks like. Okay, so I can only select one of these at a time, and then I imagine I'm modifying the access to that individual one. All of these come out of each of these. 2 liters in each to something. 2 kiloliters to some amounts. Pump control panel, the water source selection. From 1 and 2, both come into pump 2, which splits between tank 1 and tank 2. And then you have 3 and 5, which both go into tank 1 directly. You've got 4, which feeds into tank 2, and then 6, which also feeds into tank 1. Okay, so I feel like we're going to have to do some kind of like, parallel equations here. A little bit of matrix math. So this is telling me the current state of each of them, yes? There are 6 different rooms, and there are 6 different pipes coming out of this system. So yes. Looks like those are representative. Water source selection. So the fact that it's the source, I think we're pumping out of them. So I kind of want to pump out of the pool. How would I do that? Let's just mess around with things. That having any effect? Nothing to toggle on. That's... Oh, hello. I didn't even know you were here. 3 aquariums have been added to the draft pool. I'll take 2 ivory die. And 4 additional coins. Also, the experiment was successful. Right, that was the 3 being added to the pool. Got it, of course. Ooh. Office. Opportunity to earn and spread money. The thing is, I've got a lot of money. I don't need money. What I need is ability to use my money. While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans on archives. I'll take the passageway for a higher gem cost just to avoid having to do that. Maybe I should have rerolled there. I feel strongly like I should have rerolled there. Okay, so it doesn't look like the system has changed much with the 1 toggle that I've done. What about all 3 of these being toggled? That seem to be doing anything? I feel like these aren't on. Yeah, I feel like the pumps themselves aren't currently powered. And because of that, no matter what I do here, it's not really going to have an effect outside. So we need to get some power on before we come back. Oh. Foundation. Oh. Hello? So a room that... Oh. A room that has an adjacency to the Foundation's non-adjacent space. That is to say here. Instead has a turnable lever for lowering that foundation. Excellent. I'll draft another room before I leave, though. Ballroom. Whenever you enter, set your gem requirement, your gems rather to 2. Boiler room. Yeah, I'll have a power source. Thank you kindly. Now, does this just stay pre-solved from previous days? Like, some of the stuff here is looking kind of pre-solved. No. Okay, one of them isn't. Wait. It's not just literally this, right? Okay, never mind, it was. Alright, pump system active. I am currently facing forward. I want that pump room out to the left to be powered. Let's do it. I mean, I should probably check this ground floor just in case there's an apple laying about. Nope. No free floor apples for us, unfortunately. Yep, pumps on. Interesting. So we have a reserve tank. Tank 1 drain, tank 1 fill. Where is the oh, this is the reserve tank. Got it. And that's being fed from those. Now, activate the pool. And the pool is pump 4. And pump 4 is only coming out of tank number 1. Oh, pump 4 is around the corner. There we go. Okay, so we're draining the pool right now, I believe. Okay, now it's stopped because it can't drain anymore. I'm going to transfer from this tank to the second tank. Well, actually, no, I can drain tank 1, which is the tank that's currently being filled. Put all of the excess here in the reserve tank. Okay. I have 4 more that I still have to drain out of the pool. I want to move from this tank to this tank, and I'm thinking that this bad boy has that ability to do that for us. It's currently not really looking like it, though. So yeah, pump 2. Oh, pump 2 tank switch is over here. Got it. Let's get you to fill this one. No? Hang on. Where's the greenhouse? Greenhouse is on tank 5. No, 4. 4 is what I'm looking for. I'm going to flood the kitchen. Why not? It's a way to get rid of some water here. Okay, so we flood the kitchen by hitting pump 5 to drain. Great. Reserve tank is full. We still need to get 4 more out of the pool, so if we can get this one from... if we can get this out of tank 1 and into tank 2, we'll be fine. So 1 and 2 can feed to anything. Greenhouse is specifically tank 5. Tank 5 goes into tank 1. So I can drain out into the greenhouse, I believe. Yeah, let's go the other direction with that. Grand. Then I'm going to tack pool on, which is 6. Go around this corner. And then drain all of the pool water out. And look, just because I'm in the room already, I'm going to also give more back to the kitchen. Wait, what? Kitchen is 4, is from tank 2. Okay, so it'd actually be annoying to get stuff into the kitchen right now. I'm going to leave then. I gotta make sure that I get back to the foundation, most obviously. But also the pool. Oh, I love that little effect. You can see the pool is half submerged and its icon there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 steps to get there. It's 2 steps to get into the foundation. Which of these is rarer? Which of these is less likely to have otherwise been done? I think getting the pool and the pump room and the boiler room, using the pump room, getting back to the pool, that doesn't seem too hard, maybe? Foundation doesn't reset each day. That seems like more permanent progress. I gotta figure out what's down here. Upgrade disc! Upgrade disc! Floor plan upgrade disc. Insert into one of the estate terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. I like the word permanently. Elevator and required a key card. And I can press the button and it, I guess, summons the elevator to here. But the elevator's already here. So I guess we can theoretically be here without the elevator being here. Basement door is locked. All right, open. This key doesn't fit. How dare you? Why doesn't it? Grumble. Well, you know what? This does save us one thing, which is we now get to go to the other thing instead. Woo! Yay! 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 Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I even get to go through a lab room, so I have a ability to... Yeah, this is the direction I'm going. I have the ability to insert the upgrade disc. Floor plan upgrade program, plus enter. Oh, it was the courtyard. Courtyard has been upgraded. Oh, sorry, courtyard data has been found on the upgrade disk. You will now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different upgraded floor plans. Courtyard gives 2 gems. It costs a gem, so this is nice. Courtyard has 5 dig spots. I do like that, and I do like digging. Courtyard. Courtyard is always left unlocked, and this is a hallway and... So it's an orange and a green type space. I like the first of these because the middle is conditional. The first will always give us that benefit. And I can more easily grok what benefit I get out of that versus out of it just constantly being unlocked. I guess, obviously, just on later days, on later ranks, it becomes an easier draft. I see some value there, I just don't think it's everything. This pool has a locked door to the south as well, so instead of doing anything with my current key, I'm gonna waddle my way back up here. Oh. Really? It's just money? I don't need that. I have that. Okay, give me the freezer. Literally, like, I've got no time left. I've got 1 key. Open this into the freezer. I'll lock all of my resources. Let's do it. Yikes. I do have 4 dice, so I can re-roll, so I think I should do. Aquarium, color of every room. When you drop to bedroom, no, and lavatory. I'm gonna re-roll. Bunk room counts as 2 bedrooms. Food for sale in the kitchen. That gives us the ability to extend our estate, but the problem is... Ooh, hang on. Is it that much of a problem? How much food can I buy? Because I do have exits on the other sides of the boiler room down here. Let's do it. Oh, bacon and eggs. 10 and add morning room to the drop pool. Oh, okay, yeah, you can only get 1 of each. Woof. Main course only served in the dining room. That's fine. We already had that main course. So we're back up to 31 steps. And here I thought this episode was coming to an end. I fear it may be nearing its middle. It's okay. We'll let the game dictate the course of these episodes. The course of the length of these episodes is what I meant to say. Alright. I really, really, really hoped that the full drain here would be more impactful. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It was a lot of money. It was a lot of money. They gave us a lot of money for it, which is good. If I say it enough, will I convince you? Will I convince myself? No. Let's try... Head through the laboratory. Now here's the thing. Pump room controls water flow throughout the estate. I could head back in there and try and flood the kitchen again. I already went to the kitchen. can I realistically do in the pump room? Well, I guess I can go through there anyway, because the boiler room is on the other side, so I have to be there anyway. Alright, we'll go have a look again. So, what? I can drain fountain out front. Try and find a way to drain the fountain out front. We can overfill the pool. Drain the fountain out front? Actually getting a lot more keen on that idea. Okay, so how would we do that? Well, first off, pool. I'm gonna have to flow all of the water back into that room. So reserve tank is draining or filling. Tank 1. Tank 1 is already full. Tank 1, send all of your water back out to the pool room, please. Will be done that way. And then I'm going to fill tank 1 from our reserve, which will then immediately go into filling the pool as well. Right? Did you reset? Or do I have to... You have to be the most recent thing I've done. What? Oh, right. It doesn't remember that it's trying to put them in the pool. Got it. Okay. All of that drained out, and then we fill tank 1 again from the reserve. That then immediately drains out into the pool. Oh, right. Again. Gotta hit the buttons. Okay, pool is absolutely lousy with water at this point in time. Let's stop the filling of the pool. Now, fountain. You are switch 1. And you can be operated via pump 2 and fill either tank 1 or tank 2. That's useful. Let's get you to fill tank 1 currently, so that I can drain some of you out into the reserve tank. Tank 1 drain. I'm so keen to see what's in the fountain outside. As soon as we were veering over it at the start, I knew something like this had to happen. Again, we are now reminding the fountain that we are trying to drain water out of it. Alright, and then final thing we need to do is flip-flop that to the other side, and then allow the rest of the fountain outside to drain. So here's the thing. Do I go through the boiler room, or now do I need to go back to outside? Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 to get back outdoors. So, like, I can go to the boiler room and try and explore a couple directions first. Yeah, that's possible. It's just like the directions coming out of the boiler room will be powered. Oh, that's locked. And this is a keycard. This is extremely unclear. Oh, right, of course, I forgot. There we go. You gotta power it to open this one. Morning room? Yeah. Give me 2 gems, and tomorrow I will start with 2 gems. tomorrow is going to be a good day. There's a thermos in here. Oh, coin pouch. Each time you collect 3, you get an additional. Oh, that would have been so useful earlier. Another upgrade disc. Oh! November 5th, Reddington Herald. The Baron of Mount Holly names nephew provisional heir. In the blue hours of Wednesday morning, the venerable Baron of Mount Holly, Herbert S. Sinclair, passed away at the ripe age of 73. After a prolonged struggle with a heart condition that had been kept from the public eye until his final days. Esteemed as a pillar of society and renowned for his penchant for crafting puzzles, he was a source of endless fascination to our readers over the years, not least through his popular column, Baron Bafflers, which he penned for over a decade. The particulars of the announcement of his successor yesterday has been left to his devoted followers with one last intrigue to ponder. The reading of his will precipitated a flurry of speculation, for his niece and presumptive heir, the much-beloved and lamented Mary Matthew Jones, has been missing, presumed deceased for the past 6 years. Mrs. Jones, better known to our readers by her pen name, Marian Marigold, enchanted the hearts and minds of children across the realm with her literary creations such as The Red Prince, Swimbird, and A New Clue, 3rd book. Her disappearance remains one of the age's most tragic mysteries. With her whereabouts unknown, it was Marigold's own son, Simon P. Jones, a lad of but 14 summers who was yesterday named the provisional heir to the sprawling Cinca Empire. However, this vast inheritance is accompanied by an undisclosed contractual condition. Given the Baron's well-known penchant for tests of mettle and wit, it's clear that the young heir from Reddington, distinguished in his own right as the last year's County Science Fair runner-up, faces an extraordinary challenge in the coming weeks. More to follow. A New Clue. Is it too on the nose to suspect that a new clue might be a new clue? Marian Marigold, I've got my page where I am writing my second piece of information for her 3rd book. A New Clue. Excellent. And I'll take a screenshot of this one. Couple of gems for the road. And we're all settled. I mean, I should drop next room over if I can. Commissary items for sale. Buddy? Yes. Give me all of your bananas, please. With? What? The commissary will be closed from day 12 to 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. So, is the lie here that they aren't sorry for the inconvenience, or that they're sorry for the convenience? Or rather, that it'll be open? With mountain, without peas in a pod. Interesting. Commissary. I'm going to make columns for with and without, just in case they have new ones. Mountain Peak. And also without peas in a pod. Here's the staff notice, which we already have the information of. The swan song information of the password, rather. Annual Maids Day sale. 2 days only. All items up to 50% off. All staff welcome. Day 20 and 21. So, day 20 and 21, 50% off. For Maids Day. We can come back at that time. Oh. Just a key running 10. Interesting. I do like keys. Running shoes. I don't know what those do. I want them. Occasionally save footsteps while traveling longer distances across the estate and grounds. Cool. I will take a banana. And a key. And then 3 more bananas. There we go. That gives me a lot more confidence in continuing to explore. Nursery. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. Sure. We've got another exit to the boiler room. Red Prince book by Marion Marigold. Yeah, I almost feel like she's making children's books to try... Oh, I was saying red is associated with royal, but literally is just like everything's a crown. Those are some of the items that were on the on the old spreadsheet that was in the worksheet rather, that was in the classroom. Lucky rabbit's foot right there. Greater chance of finding items. Anything hanging about in the rest of this room? New. I don't see anything. Oh, there's a pawn. Pawn located. Boop, 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 boop. What am I, a parental blocker? WN. This one is gold, but again, I don't think that's relevant anymore. And this is in the nursery. Do we have any information here that would possibly tell us who was nursed in this nursery? I don't think so, just yet at least. It's Dirigiblocks! But it's not playable yet. I don't think 4 diamond... That's kind of a typical design for that kind of thing. I don't think that's part of a puzzle. Righto. Now, back through this boiler room. If I recall correctly, this one was locked. No longer is that the case. Break a box. Totally unnecessary. I'm gonna go get the Nook key. I do it all for the Nook key. Nothing of the chess-based... Oh, hang on. No, there is a rook. And this is in bunk? No, bunk. Rook. Rook in the Nook. You've heard of Elf on the Shelf. Door's locked. Had to imagine that might have been the case. Lavatory, aquarium, which will be opened in multiple directions, or dark room. Give me the aquarium. I have enough steps that I can still get back out of the building. Oh, also, this is a bedroom concerning the nursery, so... Oh, an oversized turnip. It's a delicious snack that gives us +6. Actually, hang on. I haven't even eaten it yet. No, wait. Never mind. I did eat it as soon as I picked it up. Good. Rumpus room? You telling me we had a rumpus room this whole time? Go check one item and retrieve it on another day. Oh. Oh. I get another room afterwards if I go for the rumpus room, but the coat check would be the final room that I would want because I have such useful tools. Okay, in terms of the usefulness of our tools, like upgrade disc, we're gonna upgrade that on our way out. I think it's 100% the shovel. It's the shovel. Through and through. If I have the shovel given to me for tomorrow, then I can even use a root cellar to get additional shovel spaces. Maybe. Ooh. No item to retrieve. Let's check. Oh. I'm gonna check the shovel. Wait, can I check multiple items? You've already checked an item. Please retrieve it. Got it. Yeah, I'm gonna check the shovel despite the fact... Wait, are there any... No pieces back there. Ooh. There's a cellar under this room, though. Despite the fact that maybe there is another shovel diggy that I can do in a different location later, perhaps. Okay, so do we have any adjacencies left unexplored? No, we do not. Time to go outside and see what the fountain is up to. I'm so excited about this run. The whole Reservoirs filled. They don't have greenhouse. I could try and drain aquarium. Could that be interesting? Okay, greenhouse. Just what? We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, we have enough rooms to do this. I'm also going to drain the aquarium just so that when I go past the aquarium, I can see what the heck that would even do. So, greenhouse filters into 5, which filters into tank 1. Tank 1 drains out there. Pump 2 feeds to 2 and 1. So, like, we can use the fountain to move liquid between the two. Hang on. How do I fill the greenhouse from this? Fill the greenhouse is... tank 1 draining out to it. And then aquarium can try and drain in to tank 1. I need to get rid of 3 more, but I only have space for 1, 2 more. Unless I want to flood something else as well. Okay, I'm not going to drain the aquarium. We drained half of the aquarium. Should I still go back and check what it did? Yeah, let's do that. It's like I still wouldn't be able to break through this glass. It feels like the draining would really just kill the fish. Without really providing me a benefit in return. Alright. We're out of here. It's time for us to see what the fountain's doing. I feel like the secret garden Because so far, I guess the secret garden and car keys, rather, are the two sets of keys that I've seen that are non-standard. And I don't know where the secret garden goes. And it says on the secret garden's keys, something to the effect of it will be difficult to find where the secret garden is. I imagine that's because it's below the foundation. Speaking of below the foundation, down we go. Oh, fishing hole. I can't use it. Don't you dare. Why? Okay, so this is one of the other ways in order to spawn this door that I did not have the ability to do much with. Damn. What? Do I want to go look at reservoir? Can't imagine the usefulness of doing that. Let's go look at that flame in case something happens now. No, it's watering out that way. All right. I think maybe I have an idea. Maybe I have a thought. I'm considering the possibility of setting some neurons to start firing. And eventually they'll come back to me with a result. And that result may or may not be whether or not I can go to the pump room and do the aquarium thing instead. I feel like that's going to be reset. I feel like the fountain is going to be full tomorrow. Which is leading me a little bit away from the idea of like trying to leave it void right now. Oh wow, the running shoes. Oh, they didn't save me. They kind of did. All right, fountain. Let us okay. Fountain. Ah, yes. No? Which one? What have I done wrong? Oh, the fountain is the center one. Got it. Drain all of that out, and then hit the aquarium again. And we're going to end our day by figuring out what happens when fish don't have water. I have a couple of guesses, but scientific minds require confirmation via experimentation. So I'm expecting a grand prize, a total of dead fish. Just dead fish in a stinky room. They don't even let the fish remain. I have a sledgehammer and you won't even let me break these down. Whoa! Excuse me? X under the barbecue. X marks the spot under the barbecue. That is definitely an outdoor barbecue propane set. X under barbecue. Looks like a outside patio set kind of thing. Patio propane set. Okay, are each of these tanks going to give me a letter? Nothing doing so far on that one. Interesting. So this appears to be like an office archive room of some kind, but this doesn't look like the archive room. Some sort of archives room. I'm going to call it an archiving room to distinguish it. Archiving room, bottom drawer of file cabinet. Middle file cabinet as well. Between two bookshelves. Excellent. In this definitely looks like a laundry room, and I see another X. Laundry room, and X is in the middle of the middle of three washers. X middle of three washers. Well, now I feel like there must be information on this one that I've missed and the other one that I've missed. Each of them so far have had unique things to say and suggest. But also those things have been relatively clearly marked. So I can't really see what I'm missing here. Nothing appears to be written under or around any of those. Yeah, X very clearly over there. So these are each clearly representations of different rooms in the house. But they're also very vague representations of those rooms. Like, I couldn't possibly tell you what this room is. It's a bedroom of a sort. If I had to guess, I would say this is this one, literally bedroom. But I also don't see any puzzles or different additional information that's actually added here. So yeah, it's just that one there with the X on it. It would feel really bad to leave this without getting all of the clues because of how hard we work to actually drain this as well as get all of the pieces for it. So I'm just going to make absolutely certain. Yep. That looks like that's the case. I think it's time for us to clock out. I'm going to walk one room over and call it a day. I don't know how much more proud I could be of a day like that. I think we've got a huge amount more information than we had yesterday. Mount Holly's grand bed and breakfast. 5 bedrooms, and we had bacon and eggs. We discovered 9 new rooms, we found 9 items, took 128 steps, reached rank 8, and a total of 38 rooms for us. We discovered the pool for the first time, we drained it, we got the locker room, we opened a lot of the locker room's lockers, we went to the sauna, so we're going to get 20 additional footsteps at the start of tomorrow. We've also got the morning room, giving us 2 additional gems at the start of tomorrow. On top of those, we have a coat check. Oh, no, I didn't check out a new book. The library. We have the coat check also with a shovel in it ready for tomorrow. For the moment, though, as we drift over, which I imagine will be a filled pond, it is not. Oh, that was a permanent change? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look, I'm going to check it at the start of the next episode, whether or not there's a little bit of water at the bottom of that now. But for the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Blueprints. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the Game Pass present and future. Do a recommendation down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. At or above the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Matthew. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves. And hopefully we'll see you all next time.